A new conflict is unfolding in the skies above the Horn of Africa, one fought with silent unmanned drones. Ethiopia and Eritrea, longtime rivals, are now vying for influence over Somaliland, a self-declared republic along the Red Sea corridor. Residents in coastal towns report unmarked drones gliding overhead, shifting the battleground from land to air. Somaliland's coastline, directly across from Eritrea's main port of Assab, is a strategic prize. Control here means power over global trade routes. This rivalry is no longer about armies, but about who controls the sky and the information it yields. Ethiopia's drones conduct surveillance, mapping terrain and monitoring Eritrean activities, gathering intelligence without direct confrontation. The drones are unmarked, giving Ethiopia plausible deniability and reducing the risk of open conflict. Their silent presence creates tension, reminding Eritrea it's being watched. This psychological pressure is as strategic as the intelligence gathered. The Horn of Africa's skies have become a new, invisible front line. The old rivalry has evolved. Now, technology is the weapon of choice. The stakes control over a region that shapes the flow of global commerce. Ethiopia's ambition to regain sea access drives its actions in Somaliland. Landlocked since 1993, Ethiopia sees Somaliland's Berbera port as its gateway to the ocean and to economic security. To secure its interests, Ethiopia has rapidly built one of Africa's most advanced drone fleets, acquiring Turkish Bayraktar TB2s, Iranian Mohajer 6X, and Chinese Winglong 2s. Officially, these drones are for defense, but flight data shows systematic surveillance deep inside Somaliland. The focus, Berbera port and the Awdal coast, areas close to Eritrea and Djibouti, and flashpoints in the regional rivalry. Ethiopia's drone flights are not random, they're concentrated, strategic, and signal a clear intent to establish influence. This covert campaign challenges Eritrea's dominance and asserts Ethiopia's presence without direct military engagement. The drone program is a tool for both intelligence and intimidation. By projecting power from the sky, Ethiopia is redrawing the region's balance. The Horn of Africa's future may be decided not by armies, but by who controls the air. For Ethiopia, drones are the key to its maritime ambitions. Eritrea is not standing by as Ethiopia's drones patrol the skies. Viewing these flights as a direct threat, Eritrea is reinforcing its radar systems along the Red Sea, especially at the vital ports of Assab and Massawa. The result is a technological arms race, each side escalating without firing a shot. Eritrea is also testing anti-drone systems, from electronic jammers to kinetic weapons, determined to neutralize Ethiopia's aerial advantage. Every new radar or countermeasure is a message. Eritrea will not cede control of its skies. The standoff is tense. Each drone flight tests Eritrea's patience. Each defensive upgrade challenges Ethiopia's reach. The risk of miscalculation is high. A single incident could trigger open conflict. The rivalry is now a high-stakes game of surveillance and counter-surveillance. The Horn of Africa is on edge as two rivals push the limits of modern warfare. The next move could decide the region's fate. Somaliland is caught between Ethiopia's ambitions and Eritrea's suspicions. Unrecognized internationally, Somaliland relies on Ethiopia for economic support and political backing, especially through the Berbera Port Partnership. Some believe Somaliland allows Ethiopian drones to operate from its territory, strengthening their alliance but risking Eritrean retaliation. This partnership brings investment, but also makes Somaliland a target for Eritrea, which could destabilize the region by supporting opposition groups. Somaliland's leaders must balance the benefits of Ethiopian support against the dangers of provoking Eritrea. The silent drones overhead are a daily reminder of this precarious position. Somaliland walks a diplomatic tightrope, its future tied to the choices of its powerful neighbors. The stakes are high: stability, security, and the hope for international recognition. In this shadow war, Somaliland's fate hangs in the balance. At the heart of this rivalry is Berbera Port, the strategic jewel of Somaliland and Ethiopia's maritime ambitions. Transformed by UAE investment, Berbera is now a modern logistics hub, vital to Ethiopia's trade and economic future. Ethiopia's drone surveillance around Berbera is no accident. It's about protecting its investment and securing its supply lines. For Eritrea, Ethiopia's presence at Berbera is a threat, an encroachment near its own coastline. The port has become a flashpoint watched by both Ethiopian drones and Eritrean intelligence. For Ethiopia and Somaliland, Berbera means opportunity and growth. For Eritrea, it signals a challenge to its influence. The skies above Berbera are now a contested zone where surveillance is constant and tensions run high. The future of the region may hinge on who controls this strategic gateway. The drone war in the Horn of Africa is part of a larger global contest for the Red Sea. Major powers, UAE, Turkey, China, the US, have all established a military presence, each using drones to project influence and secure trade routes. The proliferation of UAVs has made conflict more complex and less visible, lowering the threshold for military action. Ethiopia's drone campaign mirrors the tactics of these global players, asserting itself as a rising regional power. The rivalry with Eritrea is a local front in a worldwide shift toward remote-controlled warfare. The skies are crowded, the risks are high, and the consequences are unpredictable. As technology advances, the Horn of Africa's conflicts will only intensify. The silent struggle over Somaliland is a warning of what's to come. In this new era, victory is measured in data, not territory. The world is only beginning to grasp the impact of this invisible